My name is Callie-Ann Stark, and I am on the programs team here at Fairbanks Arts Association. On behalf of our organization, I am delighted to present the 2021 Statewide Poetry Contest Virtual Awardees reading. Fairbanks Arts is a nonprofit organization that has served Interior Alaska through the arts since 1966. Our mission is to provide excellence in contemporary and traditional arts in Alaska's interior. Our annual statewide poetry contest, now in its 26th year, celebrates poetry writing in Alaska and invites participation from writers of all ages, elementary school and up. This contest aims to encourage, publicize, and reward the writing of poetry in our great state. Traditionally, both the announcement of the contest awardees and a celebratory reading takes place during the month of April, which is National Poetry Month. Fairbanks Arts Association's statewide poetry contest is made possible thanks to support from the Alaska State Council on the Arts, the City of Fairbanks, the Fairbanks North Star Borough, and our individual members and donors. This year we received over 300 submissions from all over Alaska. Submissions range from Clam Gulch to Kobuk. We were thrilled to have Emily Wall, a poet and professor of English at the University of Alaska Southeast, as this year's judge. Emily carefully reviewed all contest entries and awarded first, second, and third places, as well as honorable mentions in elementary school, middle school, high school, and adult divisions. In regard to serving as this year's judge, Emily said, "It was such an honor to be asked to read these poems. This giant fat binder full of poems showed up in my mailbox, which was pretty exciting. And I loved it. I think it is so encouraging to see how many people write poetry." To hear more about Emily's experience judging the contest, as well as her thoughts on the state of poetry today, we encourage you to listen to her interview with Robert Hannon of Northern Soundings on KUAC. You can find the direct link in our website. This year's contest winners were invited to read their winning poem and share a little about themselves in order to make this virtual event possible. We thank everyone who submitted poetry to this year's contest and extend our congratulations to this year's awardees.
Started writing poetry at home when the coronavirus made it so you couldn't go to school. And my mom came up with a fun idea to use paint chips and the words from the colors of the paint to make a sentence. And we also did fortune cookie ones, magnetic poems, and then also blackout poems. I just started this year, so I'm not really sure, but what I do know is that I enjoy all the creativity that you put into making the poems. I'm not sure what inspired me, but I just kind of came up with it on the go. My hobbies are Legos and drawing, and they both make you use your imagination to build or draw whatever you want, and so does doing poems. I'm excited for summer break because then I get to see my cousin after a year and a half. And now I'll read my poem. I had a fond memory of my friends and I drinking fruit shakes, the flavor of cool lava that tasted like persimmon.
Owl, whoosh, swooping down to catch a fast brown vole. Hoo, hoo, calling for a friend. Flap, flap, flying through a silent forest. Chomp, chomp, swallowing up a vole. Shh, now nothing to be heard.
Ode to the Dragonfish. Ode to the dragonfish, king of the ocean's depths. Shadowy torpedoes show the way, sometimes complete darkness. Then light the path with your bioluminescence. O spy of the deep, you can see through the void with crimson ghostly light. No other creature can do such a thing. Ode to the dragonfish. Small, but vicious. Only you can barrel through the ocean's darkness. O dragon of the great beyond, surge forth in glorious majesty. Furious king of all, only you can rip through the water. Surge forth, O dragonfish.
Hi, my name is Lila Steele, and I'm the author of the first place winning poem, All I Wanted. All I Wanted was inspired largely by some of my friends at school who are like the girls in the poem that I wrote. The purpose of writing the poem was kind of just to explore how you grow and how you shift yourself into different people in different forms. The title of this poem is All I Wanted. All I ever wanted was to be one of those girls. You know them. Lululemon tights, straight hair, white Vans, a smirk on their beautiful, cruel faces. The prettiest girls, the funniest girls, and the skinniest girls, who wrapped the boys around their fingers, the girls who did each other's makeup, and had hordes of friends and drank white venti mocha lattes with no milk, 1 sugar please. And I find myself drawn to those girls, strangely, turning myself into one of them, until I've wasted a birthday present on those cursed Lululemons, until my feet freeze in those white Vans, abandoning my warm, fuzzy tights and monstrous boots for beauty, to fit into the synchronized legions of those girls. I hide my love of everything other, but I still know, inside, that to be one of those girls you can't. Those girls don't have to hide anything. But now it's fine, because I've become both, skinny and Lululemonified. Yet I've learned to put both my previous self and my Lululemon self together. I look the part, but I'll never be the part. So I will never be that girl, but I've accepted that. The title of this poem is XXY. And here I go, my legs burning, as we race across frozen earth on plastic sticks with waxy bases. I need to beat you. I need to win. Because, darling, it's only the Y in your chromosomes that lets you be stronger than me. It's only your bones, your muscle, your body. It's nothing else, because I'm better than you. I know I am. I'm certain. It's just biology, I tell myself, because I'm painfully, fatally aware of how the XY makes you strong, and I envy you for that. Yet I can't fix my own XX, and oh, how dearly I wish I had that Y. And this hill, good God, it's going to kill me. And you're so painfully slow in the hills, I swear to God, Isaac, you need to hurry up. And yet, I still can't pass you, because my own body hurts. And Dave won't give us a rest, even on the hill of broken hearts. But in the end, we've neared the final school, and you've slowed down. 6th grade science class taught me how XY was made for speed, but my own terrible, weak gender gave me endurance. It's the XX chromosome at work. And I pass you on the right. You watch me as I go. eyes on my ass, clad in craft ski pants. But I don't mind, because I've won. I've won. The title of this poem is Anna Save Me. It's not bad, you say. It's no one's fault that I look this way. But what should I believe? Am I really beautiful, both inside and out? No. I am trapped in this prison that I call my body. And it will only get worse unless I get better. And by better, I mean starve until you can't, pray to wake up hungry, hope to be smaller, to be less. Tomorrow is a new day. Less mistakes. No mistakes. None. You either live ugly or die hot, and I'm choosing the latter.
El viaje del emigrante. Immigration is part of our nation. If only he could come here without complication, not to be in the run to escape deportation. To get iced by the law is not a sensation that he ever wanted to feel. Even though he's illegal, he helps life's wheel keep spinning every day. Watching his children get carried away, and despite the fact that it's safer to stay, we say, your ticket expired. Ah, poor you, even though this was something that red, white, and blue was never supposed to uphold. But this is the land of opportunity, he's told, the land where he will never be found. But no, America is the land of the sounds of fear, torture, and pain. Blood splashing on the pavement like rain, and though he seeks asylum, he's perfectly sane. People just don't understand why he came to our country from his, like it's some sort of game. We send him back with his head hung in shame. Then after the fact, we do not take the blame. For him it is different, for us it's the same. He did not come to seek fortune or fame. He came so he wouldn't get killed by a gang. But he is a threat, our government claims. Our laws need to be constantly changed. We leave him in prison, forget he is there. We send him back without thought or care. Our government isn't willing to share the ideals for which the U.S. is known. Through lies and deceit, he has been shown the true U.S., the true opportunity. Yes, he came here searching for unity, and now he's being sent home. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maggie Zavrl, and I wrote this poem about some of my favorite people. There are 97 pictures on my wall, stories behind them like illustrations, not a face or a time I'd put above all. Some of the memories I can't recall, most I remember with adoration. There are 97 pictures on my wall. Smiling faces and moments so small. Some stayed, others had an exploration, not a face or a time I'd put above all. Everyone is as far away as a call. I'll always love them, no hesitation. There are 97 pictures on my wall. Memories from school, travel, and basketball. Sad times, and times bursting with elation. Not a face or a time I'd put above all. One day, all these pictures will surely fall. I'm loved, the pictures are a confirmation. There are 97 pictures on my wall, not a face or a time I'd put above all.
Hi, I'm Maggie Aaron. Why do I write poetry? I'm not really sure. It just comes out of me. I just have to. Most of my poems come from experiences in everyday life, and sometimes I don't actually know what they're about until they're done. And that's kind of an interesting surprise. The poem I'm going to share with you today is called Compost Bin. I moved the can of compost, the tea leaves, the onion skins, the brown ends of celery from the kitchen counter to the frozen front porch. I was hoping to stop the life cycle of Drosophila, the fruit fly, before feeding the rotting mess to my beloved composting worms. And then the distraction that is always at my shoulder. 3 hours later, after the long, calming hike through the snowing woods, I noticed the frozen can. I had left the lid off. Now there is a banana peel daintily placed to the side. A thank you note written carefully in the snow lets me know who has helped themselves to the goodies. Raven, wearing black satin and pearls, could see or smell the invitation. Wingtips show her arrival spot, and regal footprints show her departure. What beautiful footwear! It looks more like afternoon tea than Halloween treats. What was covered by that banana peel? What was the most intriguing sweet that was the best offered? No need to dig. If I knew, I would be tempted to offer more. Thank you.
Alice is an elder in the village of Elam, and she used to sit in my classroom sometimes, and I noticed that when she was in my classroom, things were just better. And there was a time when she taught my wife and I some skin sewing, and I realized later that of the many, many things I could learn from her by watching her, by listening to her, by doing things with her, the thing I most wanted to learn from her was just how to be. Alice, her skin stretcher passed down, bone and stone bound with sinew, fit perfectly in my hand. Her motion, made to be copied, pressing it into beaver hide, preparing to marry with wolf. Her stitches small, difficult to duplicate. Her presence in a room turned it peaceful without fail. This could not be learned by watching, by listening, by copying, only by being there with her. It takes so long to learn by feeling, to learn by being. Who can find the time?
Hi, my name is Patty Ware. I wrote this poem many months ago, during a time of intense transition and introspection. One of the poem's characters has since entered our world. I'd like to dedicate this reading to my new granddaughter, Annika Joanne, born in the early morning hours of April 29th. Welcome, Annika. In Newton's first law of motion, we are the bodies. Of course you'll move away. There's nothing here for you now, my friend predicted. Our daughter in that other state, our first grandbaby the size of a small lime. Our bodies not yet sweetened to grandparenthood. We resort to an audacious gambit, like the Jeopardy contestant who risks it all on a single question. Though this was never part of our plan, never going to be something we did in retirement. We hadn't intended to buy another house. I muse that we will be dead before this mortgage is paid. My husband paces off the length of the double-car garage. Where is my certainty, my response to this swelling question of whether I am anything beyond a mother? And what is this urgency that each day pushes me to phone my own? 89, diminished by dementia, her voice, like she's gargling with marbles, still soothes me like silk on bare skin. One day it will all come to an end. What color to paint the bedroom, whether to swaddle our favorite coffee cups in towels, nestled near our address book, cradling its lifetime of friends. One day it will cease to matter whether we reside in the Alexander Archipelago or the Pacific Northwest home of the Douglas fir. The thing is, this week, our future grandbaby is the size of a sweet potato.
Goddess Greens by Jasmine Tomflet. There are goddesses in Utqiagvik, stone-faced maidens dressed in tattoos, intricate waves of ink flown down shoulders to hands. Nothing burns their skin, fire curls around arms and legs, licking at chins as they carry children and other burdens. In spring they dance under never-ending sunlight. Bright fur-lined parkas left by mother's mother, each color a story beaten into flesh. Cooking pots in cold winter stain their hands red. A sacrifice, they say, each sings a whale song. Siren in open water, open mouth, harpoon. They say each carries a spirit, that flesh is fuel.
Thank you once more for tuning into this virtual reading of the 2021 Statewide Poetry Contest Awardees. We hope you enjoyed watching award-winning Alaskan poems read by their authors. Many thanks to Emily Wall, our program sponsors, Robert Hannon, KUAC, educators around the state who promote the writing of poetry in the classroom and support student involvement in this program, contest participants, and of course, supporters like you. To stay up to date on literary news, events, and opportunities from Fairbanks Arts, be sure to sign up for the Literary Fan. You can find a direct link here on our website. For arts fans who want to stay in touch and up to date about our year-round programs and services, make sure to sign up for our other e-newsletters as well. Fairbanks Arts believes in building vibrant, healthy communities in and through the arts, which would not be possible without the many art supporters around our state. To learn more about our organization, please visit fairbanksarts.org. Submissions for next year's poetry contest will open in December of 2021. We look forward to reading more excellent Alaskan poetry. Until then, keep writing.